search of better environments and livelihood, human beings and livestock have always been mobile. Increase in population results in cross-border travels and migration. Farmers migrate to find more fertile land to cultivate, and herders migrate to find greener pasture for their flock. Unfortunately, both parties have the same underlying reasons for migration: access to land. Where there is encroachment on the land, clashes are inevitable.
The world has become more mobile by both human and every living thing. And because of the search for better environment and livelihood, people have had to move to various locations at several times.
Open grazing is outdated completely. If you need peace, you need to ranch your cattle. If you know that another person also, you value another person's life, ranch your cattle so that he'll be able to practice his own farming activities.
Na farko, saniya bata gaji yin kiwo a wuri ɗaya ba. Kuma saniya tana da bukatan canja mata wuri. Saniya takan ji ta gaji da wuri ɗaya. So in ka canja mata wuri da ka ga ta canja.
It means you are self-centered, you are selfish. You are only thinking of your own economic value, not to talk of another person.
Daga shekara 40 da suka wuce zuwa yau, idan ban manta ba, mu an fara samun damuwa tsakanin makiyaya da manoma.
So we have really seen a lot of problems in Benue State. Unless there be something that we have to maintain peace among them, and that is ranching, and that is ranching, and that is ranching.
As long as it is green, whether it is farm or natural bushland, the other things is an enhancement of his livelihood.
So they started eating our crops, our farms, eating everything with impunity.
Ya kamata su kiyaye nan inda zan yi noman nan da kakana bai yi noma a wurin ba. Yanzu ina so in zo in yi noma a wurin. Shin ba hanyar dabbobi ba ne?
So it was something that was creating a vicious cycle of poverty within the land. Because you go and farm, eventually when the crop is about to be harvested, you will discover that the Fulanis have eaten the crops.
Ka bar daji a kwance, ka je kusa da hanyar shanu wanda gwamnati ta ba shanu. Ka je ka yi noma a wurin. Saniyan ina da ta bi. To kaman da in an yi haka ba damuwa saboda da akwai daji. Yanzu akwai manoma sun karu. Su ma makiyaya sun karu. Dabbobi sun karu. Dajin bai karu ba kuma ba zai karu ba.
That now raises the recurring crises and sometimes violent clashes between farmers and herders.
Gaskiya tsakanin Fulani da Tiv kamun wannan matsalan ba su da matsalan komai, abokan juna ne, 'yan uwan juna ne, kuma suna son juna. Duk wani bikin da Fulani da su yi, basarake ma gaba ɗaya na Tiv na area za ka gan shi a wannan gurin. Duk wani abin da kuma Tiv za su yi su ma za ka ga Fulani a gurin, don har yakan kai masu ba su saniya.
Ƙwarai da gaske na san wannan a wayonmu. Ko ka je gidanci ba za ka tashi ba sai ya baka abinci kasi.
They used to give us a nickname, Munchi. That Munchi means we have eaten. I don't know how true the whole story is, but I was told that our ancestors gave us cows. As time went on, the ones that were given to the Tea people were no more in existence, especially in the quality that was supposed to be and the quantity. So when they ask the Tea man, they say, we have eaten.
Amma yanzu yaransu sun hauro sama. Sun ce abinda tsofaffinsu suka yi da su ba za su yi ba.
All as a result of climate change. And so they need to move, they need to look for solution. And that is why when they go through the routes they follow, they go into people's farm and there will be clash.
We came to these lands century ago by the hard war, which is Usman Dafodi War. Where we came to these lands, we meet some language, they call them Agatus, at the riverine area.
Daga Kano mun taso mun zo Bauchi, daga Bauchi muka zo nan.
Na aikin gwanan shinkafa suwambi, gwanan doya ma muna da shi, gyada ma muna yi. Mun tashi mun bari su.
Ni ban san hawa ba, ban san sauka ba, shanu dai na an daure yan marukan su, makiyayan sun tafi suka dawo ko saniya, kuma ko saniya ban gani ba. Wannan sun bata. Garke uku. Ba Fulatani dai a rayuwarsa yana tunanin wannan abu.
I leave my house, which is at Kahana village, to this Bajuma camp in 2018 to this 2021.
Kowa ya ce maka ba Fulatani na son fitina. In ba ta same shi ba na kwashe ransa ba, ba zai sake jiya shi da kanshi ya tsokalo ba zai yiwu ba.
Since 2013, that our community have not been safe, and people that displaced from their valuable place, this is where we are settled down as an IDP camp in Ogbalo.
Karesa ɗanka karesa shanu. Haka kuma a da ba haka bane.
Duba bana mutu ta karamiya bane, bai sana makaranta ba, noma ne nake yi. To gare ne na yi noma, sai lokaci Fulani ka suna da muna ta'aji, na ce da yamma haka na ce to bari in je don duba gona. Da na je suna ga shanike a cikin dawa, ban ga Fulani ba. Sanda ban ga Fulani ba na kore shanike kuma na gaba can sai na dawa. Suna ga yara Fulani guda biyu suka fito, da daga haka su sana sai kiya. Suka ce kwana na ya kare.
Mu ma yanzu din yaran mu din sun ce haƙurin da muke yarda su ma ba za su iya ba, amma mun amma su za su yi.
The conflict we're having now is a combination of the explosion that started maybe, let's say, from 2009, because I remember that in 2009 we had some trouble in some parts of the state. Then it culminated in 2014. Okay, so that is what we've had now. It has been very bloody, with a lot of property destroyed, many people killed, millions displaced.
With population explosion, there's an increase in the number of farmers, herders, and cattle. But the common resource, the land that brings all together, does not increase. The government, ministries of agriculture and land, development partners, and various stakeholders have a responsibility to educate all parties and encourage engagement on various platforms to ensure these conflicts are resolved.
The whole idea of stemming this conflict is not about one state or one group, but relating together. And so there were a lot of peace missions, peace meetings between Benue and Nasarawa, Benue and Taraba. And beyond that, the government also tried to engage members of Miyetti Allah, because it's the whole idea of open grazing that is causing all of this. So they wanted a situation where herders could, acquire land, and no matter how minimally, put them in an enclosure so that they are able to live side by side, but without animals straying to destroy crops.
In partnership with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, the Foundation for Justice, Development and Peace, FJDP, intervened on a project in 10 communities from 5 of the affected local government areas in Benue State.
The Foundation for Justice, Development and Peace, it is a Catholic Church's social development arm. We are into those things that the church considers to be social justice development. We are also into partnership with the
United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees.
For us, basically, the HSTF, we look out for the vulnerable people to try to improve their lives through the activities we do. Like one, we provide core relief items. We improve their livelihood by giving them some vocational skills training. We improve their life also by, we had shelters, permanent shelters we had built in Bajimba to try to give them some sense of dignity when it comes to accommodation. And we also strengthen capacity for the stakeholders, structures that even after the project is over can stay at the community to try to guide these people, assist them in their needs, like XGBV, child protection issues, and community-based, basically.
The project, transitioning from humanitarian relief to long-term development, addressing IDP situation in Benue, showed some of the following results. 200 people trained on crop farming and pasture production. Land allocation for livelihood completed in 5 local government areas with farming tools provided for the beneficiaries. Establishment of a peace forum made up of farmers, herders, CSOs, religious and traditional leaders, and government officials. Provision of core relief items to 21,000 IDPs. Provision of psychological support to victims of sexual and gender-based violence. Construction of 89 units of houses for IDPs in Guma local government area, catering for 500 displaced persons.
We look out for the widows. We feel they are very vulnerable since their partners are not there to support them with maybe the kids. We look out for disabled persons. We look out for women that are lactating. Those were the criteria we used for the selection for the vocational skill training.
Which is we have training on tailoring, kitchening, and then soap making, and hairdressing.
One faithful that I had, they were writing them and they want to empower the youth, so I decided to apply for it. I was given the same machine and some amount of money.
They asked me what I can run with this hand now. I told them my mission was to run a welder. They now wrote my name down. After few times now, they come again, started calling the names and I heard my name. I doesn't know how to construct a door that time, but now I can wait. I can do any design of a door of anybody's choice. It's through the NGO called FJDP.
Yambele tomukiti na kwamzu wakwa mbanye manu mbanye hanu hene toma no zuwa na minega ne ya kama yangi kamo ya mo kulun ya ovesen wa mana chao me fati o setintio me bloin shi me chuku me fati o lembo.
With the intervention of development partners like UNDP, UNHCR, and FJDP, communities that have been affected by the farmer header crisis are able to learn new skills and get a new lease of life.
As I stay here, I feel my life better because NGOs are giving us some food to eat, and even the government is feeding us in this camp.
I prefer this one more than farming. The reason is this: I am a handicap. My leg is not good. My leg is not strong. But here I can sit on my chair and begin to walk. And I will thank the UN because somebody like me, that I'm nothing, but they have not lifted me to be something. Me also, by tomorrow if I graduate, I will open my shop and begin to help others that didn't have something to do.
In addition, Interventions by other partner organizations are looking into more capacity development and business efforts for both the farmers and the herders.
Basically, what we've done before, we've onboarded these farmers, both herders and crop farmers, and then we've provided some level of support by building their capacity in crop production, maize, groundnuts, and also pasture production. So if herders understand how to produce pasture and the economics around pasture production, even the crop farmers will go into that sort of production. And then with the hub, there will be that, we're going to provide market access, so we'll be off-taking from these farmers whatever they produce. And also, if we off-take from the farmers, the herders are also there to buy what is being produced.
The federal government has initiated a project whereby a reserved area could be created to keep the Fulani men and their herds. There they could feed their cattle at a particular spot, thereby stopping this open grazing project that they have now been practicing.
So we develop at various levels of our settlement, from the smallest farm settlement to major ones, to the various village area, the smallest village area, to major ones. Whenever there are issues, each of you, here is a committee that we have constituted that will settle the dispute between whether farmers and farmers or farmers and herders in your various farm locations. Let's talk at every level and attempt to resolve peacefully. Whoever has done damage to his brother should pay for the damage he or she has done.
And I thank God this is the solution for the whole nation and for the whole world, where there are herders and there are farmers, because the two of them cannot coexist together. They cannot, unless there be something that will have to maintain peace among them.
Yanzu za a bar man wuri haka, fili haka wanda za mu ɗan samu zauna. Wannan wurin a ba mu ruwa da makaranta da asibiti. Wai wannan da mun kama an gama mun komai kenan. Ina muke da shi ma yanzu. Mu a Najeriya nan mu muna gani fa makiyaya an bar mu a baya gaba ɗaya. Mu ma muna da contribute wanda muna ba Najeriya gudumawa mu.
Human security starts with people, their needs, hopes and challenges. These can vary across communities, like the farmers and the herders, so they must be carefully understood, including how they interact and may conflict. Solutions then can be based on dialogue and understanding, aiming at mutually beneficial outcomes that address the drivers of insecurity, build resilience, and enhance social cohesion.
If it is possible, we will be happy to see ourselves relate with the Fulani once again, if there will be a serious security conscience.
Muna son zama ana, domin wahala ya ishe mu. Wahala ya ishe mu. Ka kori shanu ka tafi Benue. Ka ji a kore maka shanu. Ba ka da komai. Kaga dole zama ya kama ka, ko kana so ko ba ka so. To wannan abun shine ya fi damu mu a rayuwar mu a yanzu.
We thank you people so much. I think without you people, we could have had it difficult.